Hello all, and welcome back to another The Orion LEGO review. In this video, I will be reviewing set number 75402, the ARC-170 Starfighter. This set released on January 1st, 2025, and retails for $69.99 USD. This set, labeled by many as overpriced, follows the downscaling trend set by LEGO recently, and certainly has many questioning whether to buy this set at all. Is this set overpriced? Is it actually even worth buying? In today's video, I will answer this question and more. Let's talk about it. I'm going to begin today's video with my own positive opinion of this set. As you can probably guess from that statement, I love this set. The fact that it is one of my favorite ships in Star Wars plays no small part in this. I think the set is great, from the figs to even the build. I do, however, believe this definitely could have been a $50 set. Either way, I bought it as soon as I could. But all that aside, let's get into some facts. Starting with the model, this ARC-170 in particular skirts the line between accuracy and inaccuracy. Don't get me wrong, it is aesthetically pleasing, but that does not mean it is accurate. Some of its issues are caused by downscaling, while others are simply design choices. But either way, it does have issues. While the first issue with this model may not be readily apparent, allow me to put an image of the source material on screen to compare. Looking at this model, one thing is immediately apparent to me when compared to the LEGO version, that being that the guns are supposed to be quite large. The 2005 and 2010 versions of this ship achieved this much better than the newer version. Here's another angle just to show how much better the guns are on the older versions of this ship. To make matters even worse, LEGO opted to put in a spring-loaded shooter rather than the top half of the gun. I suppose they do need play features in a playset, but the old ones did just fine without any mechanisms on the guns. And, to add to the inaccuracy, LEGO also made this ship tiny. This is not a small ship in universe. The size is for many a deal breaker, and although it wasn't a deal breaker for me, I do agree that it is a little too small. Moving on from the negatives, let's talk about the good things about this set now. The most accurate parts of the ship are for sure the thrusters and the S-foils. The body of the ship isn't terrible either, aside from the scaling issues I mentioned before. The wing sag on the new set is also not as bad as it was in the older two sets. It can also comfortably fit 3 minifigures and a droid. Speaking of minifigs, let's shift gears a little and talk about them next. This set has 4 minifigures, all of which are pretty decent and hold up pretty well to the previous renditions of the ARC-170.
2010's still the GOAT though.
The first of these figs is Oddball, a legend from the Clone Wars show, and one I am happy to receive in minifig form. Oddball and the rest of these figs are pretty much the same, so I'll keep it short. He has great printing on both sides and his helmet is flawless. There isn't terribly much more to say. The second fig, Captain Jag, is just as good as the Oddball fig. And the third fig is just a normal clone pilot, so he's pretty cool too. And then there's the droid, who is, a droid. So, yeah. Next up, we of course have the play features, of which there are, a few. Starting off are the spring-loaded shooters, of course, as in any set. And next up, we have the S-foils flipping out using this lever on the bottom here. And then these cannons can move around like this. I know, so exciting. But yeah, up and down like that. And of course, for the shake test, it does very well, which is, great for a playset. Finally, let's talk about the price for this set. $70 for a set this small seems outrageous at first glance, but the price per piece of this set is actually better than the old ones even when adjusted for inflation. I don't personally care about price per piece, but for those who do, it's something to consider. On the other hand, again, very small ship, $70. I think that's a little too much. Either way, let's get into the rating for this set. For looks, I give it a 7 out of 10 due to the inaccuracies. For play features, a 7 out of 10 as well, because it's sturdy, but not much interesting is going on other than the S-foils, the mechanism for how they come out. The figs, I give it an 8 out of 10 because, they're decent. And for price, I give it a 7 out of 10 because this set is a little too small for it to be $70. Our grand total is 29 out of 40, which makes this an acceptable set. Thank you all for watching. This has been the Orion. Check out my other video reviewing the U-Wing, and have a nice day.